And we are live. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones, wherever you might be. I'm Emma. Welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/Sarathent, and welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Actually pointing at the sign for once, and not off in some weird direction because I can't understand how 3D space works. I mean, that's still true, but I learn eventually. If you were here last time, we actually solved the problems in Winter Sun to a given degree of solved. We found the demon that was controlling everybody's brains and told her to stop. And now everybody there knows that they killed a lot of innocent people. That's fun. Also, we killed a lot of people. And now we're off, seasonally appropriately, going to the Dragon Burial Ground with a completely cool and legit archaeologist who definitely has no ulterior motives. I think that about covers everything. Yeah? Cool. Wow, that was surprisingly succinct. Before we get started, thanks to Charity Lady for the 37-month resub. That's ludicrous, but thank you. Only slightly more months than this series has had episodes. Because my god, this game is enormous. Should we just get into it? I think we should just get into it. I was about to push something on my Stream Deck. There is no Stream Deck button for load my game of Pathfinder. Teamwork feats can make your party very powerful. Don't overlook them. Screw you, game. I will overlook them all I like. That requires me to coordinate the feat slots of multiple people. That's never ever going to happen. Bigitha, you should be matched up. Thela presumably also.
Rely on me.
But rely more on my hot. Oh god, I'd forgotten her enormous new shield. I got Sealer tower shield proficiency because, you know, I had these tower shields kicking around. And then it turned out one of them could only be used by evil people. Oh no, it was a trap. The concept.
You've crossed the wrong line.
Okay, all well and good doing the whole you've crossed the wrong mongrel, and then you just go and roll that many terrible rolls. Also, Lathmas does fight alongside us. He is a whole level 2 Inquisitor. Great. You're totally not going to die.
Out of my sight.
Absolutely alive for the duration is Lathamus.
Cover me, all right?
Anyway, why don't you just chop this spider up, will you? Wow, these spiders are surprisingly tough. Well, they're only level 13. Feels like we should be making shorter work of them. Like that, thank you, Clyde. Wow, these spiders can really shift. Yeah, I think we're mostly not making short enough work of these because, you know, we're not rolling well. Anyway, Burning Arc. Wow, you all did your reflex saves. Hate that for me. Lan, if you could just shoot everything.
You won't survive me. Did you see that?
Again, slightly underwhelming, Lan, if I'm honest. Maybe try harder. I can't be bothered to buff. There's only a couple of them left. And then we can all miss our attacks, and it'll be great.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Seriously, how many natural ones do we need to start the stream on? Oh, well, that was just an absolute cluster. Clyde. Thank you, Clyde.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
That is a mace, Sealer. A mace. This is Amber, yeah? Yeah. Where are your claws?
Surrender or else.
Oh my god, she actually landed a hit. Wait, who's poisoned? Lan, why are you poisoned?
Endure.
I mean, it's probably something to do with the giant spiders.
Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Wow.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
Darren, if you could neutralize, is that neutralize poison? That's delay poison. I know you know neutralize poison. That's remove disease. Has Lan fought the poison off on his own? Yes, he has. By the time. What the hell is neutralize poison? Do you not know neutralize poison? There it is. Okay, anyway, Lan's fought it off on his own, but he could use restoration to get rid of some of this ability damage. Oh, that'll only do one stat at a time. I should probably do a greater restoration. Did you learn greater restoration? No, guess you're going to be casting restoration 3 times. And eating a bunch of diamond dust. Oh. Hey? Cures all temporary ability damage and restores all points permanently drained from a single ability score. The constitution damage was down as permanent. Maybe the others just weren't. And I've lucked out. I don't know. We move. Also, Darren, if you could throw a heal his way. Sure. Lathamus, you good? Oh, are you waiting for us to clear this passage? Presumably. Skill checks get us XP. Here's the dead dragon. With some crappy loot. And some cheese. And some crappy loot. The lower jaw of this dragon skull is fractured as if destroyed by a powerful blow. And there's a camera there, so presumably this was just a monk who put all their points into punch, as really monks should. Unless they're, putting all their points into shoot. Which I will never complain about. A couple of scrolls of heal. Not going to argue with that. And back we go. Alright, left or right first. What do we think? Right appears to be more kind of towards the bottom of the map, and that's usually my thing. There are so many branches. Let's be systematic about it. Also, lower jaw fracture. So many dragons with broken jaws. My favourite Kung Fu film. These are all very generic, boring weapons. Try harder. Corpses. Here's some ominous light. Yeah, just turn right every time and we'll explore every branch. Oh hey, more spiders.
Precision.
Okay, thanks for opening the combat with a miss, Lan. Very helpful.
Make every strike count.
And then following it with another miss. Thanks, Lan. You know what, I am going to pray, because the last time went badly. Well, not badly, just mostly annoyingly. You are out of range of basically everything, so just kind of advance a bit. You, on the other hand, Clyde, engage. Clyde is in full effect.
No glory without risk.
Sealer in somewhat less effect. Nice.
You've crossed the wrong line.
Jesus. Jesus. Just... Lan! I take it back. Nobody is in fuller effect than Lan. Crappy weapons, crappy weapons. Proto Baggins. Petrified egg that looks a lot like a beard? That's just a beard. Reasonably sure that's not what eggs look like at any point of the process. Meteor dust? Meteor than what? mean, to be fair, if your dust is meaty at all, that's meatier than most dust. Apart from maybe the seasoning you get on Frazzles. Oh my god, there's a lot of spiders in here. And Sealer's a mile ahead of everybody else, which isn't particularly helpful. But also the spiders can't hit, which, you know.
I'll make short work of this.
But also we can't hit. It's a complex proposition. And also that spider briefly fell down a hole. Stop doing LAN ability damage. It's very rude. And gets you Scorching Raid. See? Lan, please stop doing that. And by doing that, I mean getting poisoned all the time. Tell you what, Perfect Strike just increase the chances of just murdering them all. Or you could just roll a whole bunch of 2s. Perfect Strike rolls with advantage, like, that must have meant every time he rolled a 2 and then either a 2 or a 1. Onslaught to see how dead we can kill these. Not particularly, because we can't roll the dice. Okay, yes, that is the correct singular. Thank you, Bigitha. Why are they all going after Lan? Just because he made half a dozen of them explode? I mean, when I say it like that, it makes a bit more sense. You have a charge path? Just stab. And then you will do some level 2 Inquisitor things. AKA miss. Darren, if you could throw Restoration at Lanagat. Does that get rid of the poison as well? It does not get rid of the poison as well. Oh, cool. I didn't know what happened there, but it was just we did a attack of opportunity and killed a thing. Okay, and they dodged the spell, which is annoying. Lan still very poisoned. Very poisoned.
Endure this.
They didn't.
Did you see that?
I did.
Into the fray.
Wow, you... We're really having, I feel, more trouble than we should be. Can they dodge your Burning Axe? Yep. Yes, turns out they can. Asked and answered. Okay, I found out when neutralized poison was. You're still poisoned, right, Lan? Yes, neutralized poison. And then Quicken, because he got some more, didn't he? Yeah, Quickened Restoration. Nice. Ember. Advance slightly, and Burning Arc seems not to really work, so Scorching Ray. Scorching Ray always works.
Make every strike
Always
count.
bet on Scorch.
Performance is lacking.
And-
You are lacking.
Wow, when did he start just roasting our enemies? I don't remember that.
I welcome your company.
Please, my Lan, he's very sick. Thank you. Crappy weapon. Armadillo? Oh, it's a Black Dragon Scale. It's got deeply by claw marks. Dragon Scales, Armadillos, they're very much the same thing. What's in this jar? Some claws. What's in this skeleton? A whole bunch of stuff. I mean, it's mostly vendor trash, but you know. And a potion I'll probably never use. Okay, keep turning right. We've done that whole branch. Okay, so right was indeed a side path. And this looks very Final Fantasy VII. Oh, I can push this rock over. I take it back. It's not Final Fantasy VII. It's Resident Evil 4. Clyde, do your best, Chris Redfield. That was in 4, right? Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, that wasn't 5. That was a different thing. There were different and advisable decisions made in the design of that game. 6? Really? Was Chris punching the rock in 6? I suppose that does make a bit more sense thinking about it. We'll clear this rock wall. It was in 5. Oh yeah, because Chris isn't even in 5. It isn't even in 4. What are we talking about? Excellent. Glad we could all be part of my journey of being a fake gamer. How do we get up there? Oh, up this ramp. There you go. Asked and answered. Crappy weapon. Crappy weapon. The 4 remake is excellent. I have heard very good things. Never actually played the original, I just saw other people play it. I don't think I've ever actually played a Resident Evil game. I know, fake gamer. Roll of resounding blow.
Yet another obstacle.
And it was a trap again. These skeletons were guarding this one scroll, apparently.
Time to share your treasures.
Anyway, get sneak attacked. On account of you just spawned facing away from a rogue, you idiot. Darren, bad channel them, would you? Nice. Amber. What do I have? A lot of casts of. Vampiric Touch doesn't work on undead. Yeah. Yeah, use my healing hex, it's free. Wow, 7 damage. Amazing. Anyway, speaking of damage, Lan. Thank you.
Run them through.
Thanks, Clyde. Oh, hey, Lathamus, you came just in time. Nothing. Nothing. Cool. Was there a whole ambush set up around a scroll and a vendor trash ring? I will go and clear this wall. Because really, if you're given the opportunity to knock down a wall, why would you not? There it is. It took Clyde 2 hours? Come on. Man's slacking. Great, we got some horrible mold. At some point in most games I play, we seem to acquire some horrible mold. This really feels like it's going back in the actual path. Detour. Watch this, of course, be the actual path. Well, it's spiders.
No glory without
It's quite a lot of spiders. And one of them is invisible. Ironically, I can see that one of them is invisible. Again, with... Oh no, now you're eating Darren's stats. Well, at least that's novel. Now, can we Dragon Breath in a helpful way without hitting a bunch of our allies? Yeah, we can. Great, they all made their reflex saves, and it did nothing. I've given Ember such a terrible build, haven't I? I'd kind of expect there to be some opportunities to respec people, but if there are, I have not seen them. Darren, are you poisoned? Yes, you should unpoison yourself. And you should also unpoison Amber. Cool. Thank you. And what if you just go stabby, I guess? Do the big stabby. Murderer. Anything else that would make more sense than big stabs? What's that? No, community invisibility, that's no help at all. Yeah. Big stabs.
Cover me, all right?
Lathamus, you are no help whatsoever. I need to know that you're aware of this.
Out of my way!
Extra attack, strike, go.
You won't survive me. Is this a mock fight?
Yeah. When? I swear some of these lines are new. Like, did he get more judgy because we went and did the Wendwag thing? And, like, he's now more confident of himself? Interesting. Character development, I guess.
The light, take you!
Jesus. It's one cave full of giant spiders, Michael. How hard could it be? This is gonna miss, but Burning Arc. Yep, it missed all of them. Clearly they have very high reflex saves and I should stop using that spell. You have so much ability damage. I do not care for it. Just vibrate these bones. Cool.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Going into like mode, done working a job. Yeah, it does seem like a thing that if it were me, I would not do. Case in point, me not doing it. But yes, no. Sending best wishes and thank you for the hydrated stretch reminders. Clyde, please solve the problem. Thank you, Clyde. Oh, that was actually Bigitha that solved the problem.
Endure this.
Endure me repeatedly not being able to roll a 9 on a d20. Oh, Seal is poisoned. I didn't even notice that. Does she... No, she's not got any extra things on her lay on hands on account of I've been putting it into Hellknight rather than Paladin levels. So she can't get rid of her own poison with it. Boo.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Wow. We two seem to be rolling uncommonly badly. Okay. Scorching Ray doesn't have a dex save, so... Not dex save, reflex save. That's how this one works. Does Lightning Bolt have a reflex save? Reflex half. Yeah, which is the same as Burning Arc, which suggests they will be able to get in no danger. Okay. What is it that's giving them concealment? Is it web? Or is that just saying they can web people? Hard to say. It doesn't seem to be on their stat block. Great. get rid of the poison? Did it get rid of the poison? It's possible the poison had already gone away and I did not check. Darn.
Distract them from me.
I mean, you seem to have distracted them well enough on your own, on account of it's dead.
Let's hear you cry.
Nice.
Make every strike count.
2 hydrate stretch things in a row? Come on. My muscles can only get so limber.
Into the
But are they so limber yet? Okay, first of all... What cantrips do you even have? I kinda wish you had a fire cantrip. Ha! 1 damage. Take it.
Out of my sight.
Probably should have just used neutralize poison on himself,
Time
but
to
hey,
share your treasures.
what do I know?
run down.
Clyde, please solve the problem. Thank you, Clyde.
Rules are made to be broken.
Fail!
At once.
Ugh. And yeah, and he just died because he ran out of constitution. Great. You know what? You know heal. Just bam. Solved all your problems. I mean, he's still got Death's Door, which I don't love, but don't really have that much of an option. Also, you should throw Restoration at Amber. Okay, weird lag there. Big dramatic Migritium Turinus. Oh yeah, I was meant to do a thing there. So find it insulting that Limber and Limb don't technically have the same etymology, and that Limb has an unnecessary B. Yep, that's... Well, kids, if you were wondering, this is how it feels to be a linguist. You too could have opinions on things like that.
I lead, you follow. None shall escape.
Oh, more skeletons. They added the unnecessary B because it looked fancy and... What is that, pseudo-Latinate? Pseudo-French? Yeah, it is more French, I suppose.
Cover me, all right?
Stab this guy. This just in, stabbing a skeleton with a tower shield, difficult.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Yeah, I assume it was to make it look more French. And kind of regularize it with other things. Oh yeah, Darren has the Shadow Belt on, so when he casts heal, it called in a demon. That's neat. Your tower shield isn't going to help with you against bad channel. That silly merchant class and their stupid prestige languages. Nice, nice. Finally, Amber is being useful. I can't put all the blame on Amber. It is largely because I've given her a stupid build. Oh, well, thank you for coming over here where I can hit you. I mean, I can also fail to hit you, it turns out. Try Shock and Grasping it. Touch attacks. Touch attacks, yeah. Why did you get that as a free action? What is it giving you that as a free action? And now that I've moved away from it, it's gone away. Why is it on my hotbar twice? There are so many questions here.
You won't survive me.
I mean, you say maybe we can blame Shakespeare. With a bit of will, you can blame Shakespeare for anything. And you're usually right. Nothing good. More Black Dragon Scales scored deep by claw marks. A dinosaur bone. Excellent, I need that to cast Spell of Enormous. Okay, that with a bit of will pun was not intentional, but I will take it. Okay, so we got a dinosaur bone. That's progress. Where am I going now here? Oh, absolutely! I did not make that joke on purpose. That was a case of I opened my mouth and words happen. Especially because today I am feeling very. I got up at 6:30 in the morning to move a sofa in the dark. I could be more with it. This looks very attracting the player's attention with light. Abandoned Dragon Horde? Or is it about to become less abandoned? Would I say my soul is tired? I mean, yes, in both ways. Okay, this really is a horde. Well, let's trigger this ambush. Grabbing this 8,000 gold. Mithril Breastplate +1, Keen Falcata +1, Tower Shield +1, Quarterstaff +1, Longsword +1, Heavy Shield +1, Ice Prison, Dinosaur Bone, Version of Big, Trash, Magic Missile, Cackle Fever, Trash. Wait. Oh, never apologize for a Shakespeare reference. I do them often enough. I found a bell? Lathamus, let me adjust my camera. I don't know what I'm meant to be looking at. Lathamus? Oh, there's a gate. Lathamus quickly and greedily looks around the cave. When he touches the wall, his hands tremble. How did he sound? Oh, this must be the Sanctum Sanctorum. Perhaps whatever is hidden behind these doors provoked such violent conflict. Or will we find a tomb of forgotten draconic chiefs instead? I must solve this mystery. Would you look at this? Ancient draconic runes. Even I can only guess at their meaning. Simply astonishing. How many centuries old is this place? Lathamus grins as if he can't quite believe his own luck. Do you see this image? This is Apsu spreading his wings over a clutch of glowing dragon eggs. His spouse is supposed to be depicted right here next to him. The image has been defaced. Such blasphemy. Yes, I also have the Linguist Trap card whenever anybody asks me what anything means. I also have the Quiz Trap card when anybody asks me literally any question. Lathamus studies the door for a few moments. Such cunning magic. I've never faced something like this before. I'm afraid it will take me some time to unlock this door. Days, perhaps weeks. I'm sure your duty calls you, so I dare not delay you any further. Please accept my sincerest gratitude along with this modest reward. Of course, I'll let you know as soon as I find out how to open this lock. I wouldn't be here without your help, and I promise that we'll enter the chamber together. I mean, it's only a 30. I have a plus 30. Understanding the significance of the signs and symbols etched deep into the rock proves to be a challenge, but your keen mind is able to grasp a few elusive glimpses of meaning. Child, future, world. Is it The Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston? Oh, this is ancient magic. You cannot conquer it with brute force. It'll require many days of thoughtful study and examination. Allow me to deal with this tedious work, Commander. Do not trouble yourself. Well, it's a child and the future of dragons, and teach them well and let them lead the way. Very interesting. Perhaps this is a metaphor, or maybe there's something immensely precious to dragons in behind this door. Something that's vitally important to their future and the future of the entire world. We stand on the brink of a great discovery. Are you planning to open and take everything while I'm gone? Because that sounds like a thing I would do. Words right out of my mouth, Chief. He turns to Latmus. Well, you old crook, where's your witty retort? So you distrust me? What a pity. Believe me, if I had a habit of swindling people, I'd be Latmus, the court archaeologist by now, or something like that. Instead of just Latmus, the antiquarian. Internet issues? No, that might be on your end. My bitrate is fine. I'm transmitting fine. Yeah, no, that would seem to be a you issue. Sorry. Besides, it will take all of my concentration to unlock this door, and I work better when I'm alone. Please, trust me like I trusted you. Could we not just apply unimaginable violence? No, wait! Don't do that! You have no way of knowing how the spell works. What if opening the door by force causes everything inside to be destroyed? No, it's too great a risk. Besides, do you see that bell? It might alert someone if we try to break down the door, someone we don't want warned of our presence. Alright. Thank you. To be honest, I work better when I'm alone. I'll let you know as soon as I succeed. I promise not to enter the chamber without you. The bell is covered in runes and looks brand new, as if it was put here recently. Might be a Twitch issue, oh no. Is there anything else in cave? Have I explored all of the cave? Seems like I have. Seriously, can I not big brain some way to get through this door? Because Bigitha does have a very large brain and a very small nose. Oh yeah, wow, yeah, everybody seems to be having Twitch issues. Well, I hope this got archived correctly, and if not, you can't see this. Massive door looks like it hasn't been opened in centuries. Womp womp. We're back? We're back. Excellent. What if I try... No, that's too risky. Okay. We have... Has this... The quest is gone. We'll get it open one day, but it's unlikely to be anytime soon. Okay. Fair enough. I guess we don't get to make a great discovery, but we are substantially richer. Like, he gave us 10,000 gold, and that's nice, but the 83,000 or whatever it was from the Dragon's Hoard, somewhat nicer. I guess we'll be back here in a later chapter. Let's go outside. Good camera angle. Well, I hope there aren't any more spiders left over that will kill him while we leave. Bye, Latmus. See you maybe never. Okay, let's actually hit one of these reagents areas, just because I never have. And, you know, it's right here. Although we should all go to sleep. What do you mean you can't make soup? Honestly. In that case, make fancy Italian cheese on toast instead. Or whatever passes for Italian in Galarian. Look, I found some feathers. But they're all black, so I guess you won't want the pure arrows. When I was underground, I had to use the wings of big beetles as flight feathers. I'm not picky. I swear, my land voice was never that great, but it seems to have really gone downhill. Love how we rolled a nat 1 on camouflage, but we had a plus 31 modifier, so it's all fine. But now the day has passed, so Crusade things. Vagrants, a crowd of the destitute, the sick, and the feeble-minded has arrived in Dresden. That's just my family, badum-tish. Black chilies are delicious? I think you may have misheard? Black chilies were never being discussed? That I'm aware of? No, she found feathers that were black. Feathers, not peppers. Because, yeah, Lan definitely shouldn't be fletching his arrows with chilies. Although you probably can get veins styled like that, because archers are weird. Because people are weird. Their lives are rough, they have no place where they belong, and they wish to die as heroes at the very least. But the Crusaders do not wish to fight side by side with these vagrants either, because they're also weirdly judgy. So if we accept them into the army, it's bad for morale, but we get 100 conscripts. Conscripts aren't good. Give them work on the home front. Absolutely tanks our morale, but material points. Send them to Mendev. Does nothing. Set up a hospital. Increase income, increase morale. I mean, that sounds great. No negatives. Arushale set up a hospital for the poor souls in Dresden. The healers care for the sick, and they help the supply units in gratitude. Cool. Success. Yeah, can't do anything else at the minute. I think we're quite low on energy points as a thing that's limiting us in a lot of places. Also, what were my armies doing? You're in Dresden. There aren't any troops in Dresden you can pick up, are there? No. Well, buy more champions? Sure, why not? Couldn't hurt. I mean, could hurt. Most things could. Try. They're still only level 5, so there's not really anything around I want them to be tangling with. No, you will remain there untangled. This one's only level 3, and it's heading there for some reason. Why are you heading down here? Tiny army, you are misbehaving. Do not go to space. And my actually good army is up here. There's some yellows, so we should probably be heading for them. Excellent. Yeah, I just want to see what the consumable areas are like. Oh, they don't even have a map. You just go there and it's like, hey, have some stuff. Fair enough. What else have I got that needs doing at the minute? Got storyteller stuff. Maximize crusade stats, working on it. Wait. Solve the riddles, which I don't think we can do now. Oh yes, to learn her identity, we have to wait for a specific event to happen at Dresden. Go to Blackwater and fight the Borg. Go to the Ivory Sanctum, which is going to start the kind of end game of the chapter. Go to the Heart of Mystery, and wait. What was the problem with the Heart of Mystery at the minute? Is that still behind a fort? That is still behind a fort. The fort has a level 8 demon army in it. How does that match up to my actually good army? still pretty tough. Assuming that fort goes to... I presume it probably does. But yeah. Okay, so where do I go? Did I have somebody say there was a meeting that had to be done at Dresden, like for one of the admit crusade rank up things? Let's go to the Citadel and find out. Because they don't show up in your quest journal. Aha! Or Social could be here. Not sure why. Commander, please forgive the sudden visit. Anevia sent a messenger asking her to come immediately. There she is. Greetings, Commander. Revered cleric. A muscular, black-skinned man wearing Hell Knight's armor is walking next to Anevia. Despite the difference in height, he's obviously nervous around the delicate woman, looking around, biting his lip. I mean, look at Anevia. Wouldn't you be? Allow me to introduce Hell Knight, Ambassador of the Order of the Nail, Trevor Vainick. Oh. Well, we found Socio's brother. That sorted itself out. The knight salutes. How do we reckon he sounds? Greetings on behalf of the Order. Forgive me, I can't stay. Judy calls. I have a pressing errand. From headquarters. Yes, it's very urgent. Socio is silent. His lips are pressed together. He doesn't move. Not even to breathe, seemingly. Cleric's staring at the visitor. So, that your name, is it? That's right. I serve the cause of the crusade. It must be true. You have to take our guest's word for it. He has no documents or insignia confirming his identity. Why do you say that must be true, then? This thing must be true. We have no proof for it, and therefore... Who do you think you are, the DWP? What? What are you getting at? Nothing. Nothing at all. Anevia casts a glance at Social. The priest's mouth is twisted, his fists are clenched. We're happy to welcome you to Dresden. Trevor Vainick. Enough! Social lunges at the guest, his face distorted with emotion, and you suspect the cleric's about to throw a punch, but his clenched fists remain lowered. Who are you? How dare you call yourself by that name, scoundrel? Who, me? I'm not a scoundrel. People are always bad-mouthing us. There's a saying, the credit won by a lie only lasts till the truth comes out. Trevor Vainick is a proud knight. I won't put up with slander. Social, is this Trevor? Like, you'd know. Of course not, but how does he know that name? Why is he wearing the black armor? Why do these words... The cleric's voice drops to a whisper, and you don't hear the end of the phrase. Anevia, care to comment? Great question. I have no idea. My guides clocked him when he was trying to threaten a merchant with his so-called order and get a horse for free. Then he gave a familiar name, so I decided to organise a face-to-face for the long-lost brothers. You knew it wasn't Trevor right from the off. You saw Trevor when he served in Canabris. Of course. But the meaning you would make him drop the pretense and crack. So, about you being an imposter. Me? No. It's not true. I swear. Get out of my city. You're complicating matters. Please, no. He might know something about my brother. Please, give me time to talk to him. Socio's right. We can toss him out whenever we like, but it wouldn't hurt to interrogate the imposter first. Who knows where he's really from and what will come up during interrogation. Can always get rid of him later. Ugh, fine. It's not like agreeing with you here will lose that chaotic XP I just got. Anevia takes the imposter away. He follows her, unshackled. Well, that was not a thing I expected to happen when I came back to Dresden. Socio watches them leave. His fists unclench, he drops his shoulders. What the... Where did he come from? And did you hear what he said about truth and lies? Priest frowns. Credit won by a lie only lasts till the truth comes out. This is what they say in Andoran. Trevor used to say it often. Of course, one proverb doesn't prove anything, but I feel like that imposter knows my brother. Phelan, what's going on? Commander, please, we have to interrogate him. Okay. Why are we at this camera angle? How does Captain Odan sound? Commander, we managed to defeat Kormzade's host. The remnants of his army have retreated to lick their wounds, and we must use this opportunity to go on the offensive. But right now, our army is not fully prepared to begin such an expansion. The farther we advance into the enemy territory, the more we need strong and mobile cavalry. I propose we replenish our forces with light cavalrymen. Mendev could offer us plenty. There are many lone paladins on Galarian like me who travel and help the needy. Shall we call them to our aid? Cavalry is a crucial element of the army, one that's difficult to replace. Mendevian knights often sacrifice their defense in favor of offensive power. It's time to put an end to this wastefulness. Or indeed wastefulness, different word. All riders must be encased in heavy cuirassier armor, so as to avoid unnecessary losses. Cavalry. Now they're always a serious threat on the battlefield, not just riders on horseback. This fight is out of all the cavalry I've ever seen are the wolf riders from the Verduran forest. Maybe we could try to recruit them. So we can get weekly recruitment growth for paladins, who are cavalry capable of healing allies. Mounted scouts get promoted. Mounted scouts are the ones I've got at the minute, right? Yes. Same but for cuirassier. Apparently they're the best the proper army have to offer. I mean, it looks like they've all got battering ram attack, which is our roundabout horse fight effect. Wolf Riders, who sound, let's be honest, rad. Or generic light cavalry. Only one of these options has been proposed by a man I've had sex with, and also it sounds rad as hell. These halflings are not to be messed with. When they go out onto the field of battle, they'll tear the Oglins to shreds. With that, this meeting of the military council is adjourned. I'll brief the officers on the expected reinforcements immediately. See to it that our available stables are expanded and properly refitted. Oh my god. The meetings keep coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming. It's Dortland, a stranglehold. You haven't talked to us in a long time. How do you sound? I don't know. Hail! Dortland, a stranglehold salutes you with her bad hand. Amidst the critical shortage of supplies, a number of soldiers who call themselves the Fellows of the Crusade have set up a black market in the army. They steal everything that's not nailed down, trade medicine for swords, and spell scrolls for tobacco and rations. They know better than to ask for anything from command, so they take care of themselves. If someone's not happy with the trade outcome, then knives. I don't know how to deal with it, except by alleviating the shortage of essential supplies. We should press Mendev for more deliveries, and we need to sort out our storage, build some decent warehouses. Right now it's a thief's paradise. An underground market, huh? Yeah, what's so bad about that? Let them trade things. Let's authorize it, and then there won't be a black market, just a normal legit market. If someone is in need of something, we are the ones who must provide it. We should ask the priests of many different gods. They have wealth and influence, maybe they can help. You thought I was joking when I said our soldiers would soon need our experience of surviving in the caves? Well, here we are, this is the day. Time to live off the land. I'll teach your fighters how to survive on barren rocks, and there won't be any need for a black market. Important questions here. Who are the Fellows of the Crusade? I just gave you a voice and it's gone straight out of my head. Every army has people like them. Crafty folks who are willing to survive at all costs. Keep in mind these aren't brigands, otherwise they wouldn't have enlisted in the Crusader army. They want to free Galarian from the demons just as much as anyone, but their choice of methods is indiscriminate, to say the least. Not everyone joins the Crusade out of the goodness of their heart. Some are hiding from Mendev's judgment, some are here for glory, some are dreaming at treasure and spoils. We've got repentant cutthroats, illegitimate children, adventurers, rogues, all kinds. And each one of them is poor and used to not being able to rely on those in power. In their experience, everyone who has any sort of influence is a greedy cheat, and only common folk can be honest. That's why they call themselves the Fellows of the Crusade. They're your fellow soldiers who are trying to make things fair in their own way. And others follow suit, whether they really believe them or they're just doing it as a jest, who knows? Just snooze that, so that we can get through this meeting. So, can we not just get rid of them? Because they're not the root of the problem. When the army has everything they need, these fellows are just like any other soldier. When it's like this, empty warehouses, rotten gear, not enough food to eat, many may be forced off the straight and narrow. These are ordinary soldiers. They're not saints, that's true. They're not hopeless reprobates either. But when you charge into battle every day, you learn to value your life, and you get used to the idea that you're the only one who's responsible for it. Commander's not your mummy or daddy, and they're not going to appear on the battlefield and give you a potion to save you from a curse, or die for you if you don't have one in your bag. So, they may do. Okay, next question. Waldriff, why are you at this meeting? Why not? I'm your man when it comes to fetching the unfetchable, you know? I figured I could show the lads in your army how it's done. And it never hurts to be close to those in charge of grub and new boots. Arushale, when did you get here? You think I shouldn't have joined? Arushale looks away sheepishly. It's just, well, I spent a lot of time studying how armies work, both Crusader and demonic, when I was spying. I think my advice might be useful, or at least I hope it will be. But if I'm a bother, I'll leave, of course. Okay, so, if we legalize the black market, it lets us build markets to get more income. We ask the priests, we can build shrines, energy, and finance. I mean, I think we've already shown that we do kind of need energy. Lan salvages post. Materials and energy points income by 1. And warehouses increases income dependent on what it's next to. That sounds like planning. So yeah, it's just which 2 of the 3 do we want? I'm thinking finance and energy sounds good. I'm sure they won't let us down, and we'll arrange for the shrines to appear in our fortress. Let every soldier in need know where they can get help. Thank you for making the call, Commander. I'll report all further developments directly to you. If we run into anything else that requires your attention, I'll immediately convene the council. And I'll get there, eventually. Do we have another meeting, or can we go to break? Okay. I'll just poke the crusade table while I'm standing here. More events. Treachery. A worried aide reports that a crime has been committed in the citadel. A few days ago, the night patrol officer Iachim Claw did not turn up for guard duty. An unsuccessful search for him ensued. It was then suggested that Claw had secretly left Dresden and deserted. The circumstances of his vanishing demand investigation. I mean, yes, I agree that the circumstances demand investigation. Why do I have to click a button for that? Buried in rubble, Iachim Claw's body was found at the walls of Dresden. The nature of the wounds leaves no doubt that he was stabbed by a man or by someone similar in appearance and build, rather than mauled by a demon. Examination of the corpse in the area has revealed that Claw turned up to the crime site on his own volition. He then suffered a penetrating wound to the chest which made him unconscious before being finished off. The attempt at hiding the body seemed negligent. The interrogator concluded that the murderer was in no hurry and mastered the appropriate skills, so must have let the body be discovered intentionally. No immediate effects, which concerns me. Okay. Yeah, it's energy points that we're lacking from most of those, which we can't buy. Turns out money can't buy you energy. All those drinks you bought at the petrol station be damned. And before we go to break, I am just going to tell us to long rest because... actually, no, we don't need to. We've not used that many spell slots, and Darren can just not come next time. Okay, we go to the prison, and now I do, in fact, go to break. If you have enough money can definitely buy you energy. Yeah, that was the joke. Yeah, cool. I am gonna have a short break now because Twitch wants me to do the advertising capitalist thing. So, hey, I'm gonna go and stretch my legs and get some more water. Would advise that you all do the same self-care things. Get up, move around, have a drink, have a snack, take your meds if you need to. This is a reminder. And yeah, go and say hi to a human and, I don't know, impersonate a long-lost family member. Or don't. And either way, let the ads run, and I will be back in a few minutes when we interrogate this guy. Alright. Loved you all. See you in a few. And I'm back. Who wants to come contribute to the carceral justice system? Nah, me neither, but here we are. Hey, Nora. Still planning to kill us? You're not even billed as Trevor. Tutip is just impostor. You've never seen Social like this. The usual calm, friendly cleric of the goddess of beauty is furious. He's shaking the impostor, holding him by the collar with both hands. Who are you? What do you know about my brother? Speak! Speak, you scum! Brother, huh? The impostor cringes. Yeah, you do look like him. Come on, holy man, give me a dozen lashes. The blood drains from Sociel's face. His fingers unclench and he recoils away from the bars. Sociel, are you okay? The priest shakes his head. It's like a bad dream or an evil fate joke. Please, help me make sense of this before I lose my mind. Who are you, really? The name's Graham. Abadar knows my last name. He's got it all written down. But it's above our rank to know our lineage. Oh, Abadar knows as in, like, God knows. That should have sounded more dismissive. Okay. How are you connected to the Hell Knights? Or did you just steal their armor? What's my connection? I served them. Well, I used to. I was a soldier in the Order of the Nail. Extirpators chapter. Damn them all. Then I ran away from them. I wasn't cut out to serve like that. I wasn't a knight, not even a squire, just infantry. I got sick of getting my back whipped, so I had an idea. I hid the armor at night, and when I got a chance, I just ran. Who are the extirpators, then? What's there to talk about? They're scum, just like the rest of the black-clad brutes. What was that captain thinking when he got us hired by them? Maybe he hoped they'd knight him, or maybe he just wanted money. They have deep pockets. The Order of the Nail, Extirpators chapter. They mostly hunt monsters. You know, dragons, other beasts. Study them, stuff them. They didn't tell me what they were doing in the World Wound. Maybe they decided to hunt some distorted beasts who grew tentacles and horns because of the demonic scourge. They, you know, turn into freaks. They do pay well, but they make you work for every coin. Do anything they don't like, they beat you with a stick or a whip. They don't pity people at all, even their own, not to mention us. In the year I served them, the unit shrank by half, so I ran away. I wanted to live too much. Cool, how did you know the name? I was his valet for a year. Polished his black armor, tightened his straps. I was a drudge, all in all. He's evil, that Trevor. Devil of a man. He had me punished so many times. A whip for every slip. What does he always say? A whip for every slip. You're lying. You're lying, scum. I'll show you. Yeah, you're his brother, all right. He even used to bare his teeth like you do. You scum, he'd say. If your ears don't work, let's see if your back gets the message. That's not true. Biting his lip, Social takes a step back. Can't be. Music, you're somewhat undercutting the drama of this moment. So where were you going when we caught you? Wouldn't you like to know? I thought I'd go to Mendev, sell the armor, and use the money to keep going. Didn't matter where. Maybe the River Kingdoms, maybe Parisha. I don't care, just as long as it's away from demons and demon fighters. Cool, where's Trevor now? With the other Knights of the Pike. I hope they whipped him good for losing his armor. What, Cleric, haven't seen your brother for a long time? Yeah, give me the map, I'll show you where the camp was when I escaped. I probably haven't gone far. Oh, neat. Social turns to you, his teeth are clenched, his hands shaking. I don't want to believe that Trevor became a Hell Knight. Please, we need to go there and find out for ourselves. Let's go. Sure, go on. Good luck getting there. Oh, I've got into worse places, she says, not having seen the place. But, you know, I've got into bad places, so... For example, this loading void. With its jaunty, jaunty music. I can only assume that this isn't the standard Dresden music, and that it changes depending on your mythic path. Because this does feel very... You took the crazy chaos route. Which, you know, fair, we did do that. And have continued to do so at every turn. It's just a weird vibe, is all. I need to trade some trash. And who knows, maybe even buy something on account of I now have a comical amount of money. Does the exotic weapons provider actually sell anything, you know, good? Yes, but only very specific stuff, and then generic Cold Iron Masterwork stuff everywhere else. Well, have all this trash. And that's trash. That trash. This trash. Trash. I mean, that's good, but on the other hand, both of my archers are specialized in longbows. Trash. 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 We got these from a dragon horde. They're bad. Goodbye. Wilsa, do you sell anything actually useful? Oh. Like a conjurer, Wilson produced a fairly large purse from somewhere under his shirt. The lads decided to chip in. Been taking care of us, Commander, so we decided to take care of you. Please, take this gift. Get yourself a magic ring or a new helmet. We'll be very happy if you do. Just donate the funds to the campaign. We need the finance points. As you wish, Commander. Well, it feels wrong. We've collected money for you, and now it will come back as our own wages. You certainly are generous. Oh, that just got us diplomacy XP. Rad. Do you have anything good you want to sell? I mean, nothing's jumping out at me, so it's probably fine. Oh, what's this tower shield? Weighs twice as much. Limits as well as speed to 20 feet, but whenever they would take a critical hit, they're healed for a bunch. That sounds potentially good, but also not so. Amulet of Jousting too? Oh, only for Knight's Challenges. I thought it might be Magic Combat in general, but no. That would be useful. Okay. No, nobody has anything I particularly want to buy. Wait, why am I holding on to this fat cutter? I'd much rather be holding on to 2,000 gold. Alright. Out we go. Let's go investigate this Hell Knight camp. Like, this other Hell Knight camp. We already have one Hell Knight camp that's full of terrible people. Let's go find another one. And see if this one also tries to convince me that they've all disappeared and I should have sex with a demon. So, no Darren. Yes, Social. Amber, switch for Nanio. Because God love you, Amber, but I've given you a build that makes no sense. And isn't particularly good. I think this is a good team. Let's say it is. Alright then, where's this camp? Show me... Expat camp. That's the Borg colony. Makeshift lab, that's reagents. Heart of Mystery, probably can't get that unless that road connects to it. I should probably check it out. Well, I need to go this way anyway for the extirpator camp, so... I guess we'll soon know. I've used my teleport. Good. I guess we walk. First of all, to Stone Maze, where we could otherwise have teleported. We found a travelling merchant. Sure, maybe they'll have something worth buying. With my, again, comical amount of money, which I suppose I can just turn into campaign resources, so... Oh, it's Skeleton Man again. Show me your wares. Amulet of Imposing Physique? Belt of Alacrity is Dexterity +4 and bonus on Reflex saving throws. Lan, what kind of dex belt have you got on? Just a regular +4? Not anymore, you haven't. +2 bonus on attack and damage rolls. Natural weapons against animals, magical beasts, and monstrous humanoids, as opposed to when he kills someone, +2 on the next attack roll and it splashes. That's kind of meh. Frozen Scale. Fire resistance 10, partial concealment against ranged attacks, and much better armor class. And the other one can be for Theomander. Although he has heavy armor now. I mean, they both have heavy... what's the name? Proficiency, but... what's Beastly Sturdiness? +4 Constitution, also... yeah, combat maneuver stuff. Cool, thank you. What do you sell now? Hunting things. Buy. Lan, I just bought you a belt. Does anybody want this leftover Dex belt? I don't think it'll help. I mean, Sealer's got a Dex 2. Hey, now you have a Dex 4. And Clyde have these frozen scales. They look the same. Yeah, and Theomander, you've got much better stuff on, right? Oh, you've got just regular full barding. But yeah. Yeah. Cool. Goodbye. Once I found the exit button. A day has passed, but we should just... It's not saying I have any new Crusade things, and it's correct. Good talk. But now we can do army things. You were doing nothing. You were heading down here, and you should continue to do that. Cool. And now you can go this way. And you were heading back to Dresden, I guess? Ah, yes. Now we have church guards. When did we get church guards? Ah, yes, and wolf riders we have now. That's exciting. Where did the church guards come from? I mean, we appear to have no, like, actual growth of them, so we kind of don't have them. Why are they there? Huh. Anyway. Back to the party. As I say always so often. Anyway, back to the party. We should go here. Walk, 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 walk. And now we are all tired. You should make a scroll of... prismatic spray is always good.
You
Dialogue.
aren't from a noble family, right? You were taught to fight and read prayers, but I can pick a street rat out of a crowd of aristocrats.
Right, and they keep looking at me like I'm about to blow my nose on the curtains, especially the ones whose nightly services don't go any further than marching in parades.
Ah, class. It's a thing, sadly. And we failed to make cheese on toast, honestly. Oh wait, has that gone over another day already? Yeah, it does seem to have. Oh, and that's the end of a week, so we can be refilling army things. By army things, I mean armies. More hounds. I can afford these. I have so much money now. Hurrah. I mean, I could buy a whole bunch of mercenaries to try and make this army good. Actually, I say that I can only have one more unit. Never mind. Good talk. Oh yes, we now have wolf riders. Only 25 of them, which is a shame, because we had like 100 plus of the scouts. Also, you should be laughing. And they all fell over because they were laughing so hard. And then 35 of them got Scorching Raid and died. Why are you starting behind them? You should be, like, there. That's where I put the other... Fine, maneuver, I guess. Oh wait, I think I was confusing conscripts and convicts. These rift breaks have woken up. This is terrible news. Make them unwake up, by which I mean die. Also, we should Scorching Ray one of the other sets. Try and wear them all down. Nice. Conscripts and convicts in the D&D AP you watch. Same here. Okay, could be worse. But not for you. Oh, is that, like, sticky? Yeah, that is slowing poison. What's the most roundabout horse fight we can get? Well, roundabout wolf fight now, I guess. Bunch of people from the draft and a bunch of people who were in prison playing D&D together. Yeah, that sounds honestly incredibly wholesome. Nice, nice. Yeah, game, I'm taking the hint about hideous laughter being a fairly effective status to put on people. The reeking, blood-smeared lair of rift drakes is filled with bones and mingled with treasures. These were not valuable for the monsters, but those fiends couldn't control their greed. Weirdly tragic. Oh yeah, no, that doesn't sound like it would be hard to put together at all. And we have a level. What do I have? Ice Storm, which we've already seen that a lot of people are immune to cold, so it seems unuseful. Prayer, just buff everyone, debuff enemies. Hold, just paralyzes an enemy. +2 bonus to attack and initiative for 3 rounds, and a bunch of combat morale. Or Breath of Life is just a big old heal. Annoyingly, doesn't seem to have the thing Breath of Life does in the general rules, where it brings people back if they just died. Let's grab Ice Storm for the occasional people we run into that are immune to fire. Hurrah. So that gives us the way to this makeshift lab that we didn't particularly want to go to. And this way is just back to the Ivory Sanctum. I guess explore? Legacy of the Ancients. Ancient ruins that Sarkoris inherited from the unknown builders of the Earthfall times. Sarkorians dubbed this place the Legacy of the Ancients. Scattered all over the walls of the ruins are numerous pressure plates, buttons, and levers, the purpose of which one can only guess. Cool, we've got another puzzle room, it sounds like. Anyway, attack these demons as well. Should probably have actually looked at the army beforehand. Didn't. Oh hey, more Rift Drakes. And some cultists. And some more cultists. Well, I mean, is anybody here going to be immune to cold? What's the difference in power plus power? Power times power plus 5. Okay, they're the same, except that Fireball takes less energy. Yeah, solid. Wolves. You're dead. And the Drake says, oh, honestly quite a lot. And it slows my spearman, which I don't love. Roundabout wolf fight. It's fine. Let's just kill these quickly, and then everything will be fine. Nice. Just attack more times, and everything will be great. See? If you attack more times, more of the enemy die. And then they do that. I should probably throw a heal at that. Congratulations, 97 more of you are alive. Wolf! Let's just take these cultists out, one fewer target. You do that again. These are still slowed, which I hate. You know, Thinking Cloud and killed 12 of your own people. Idiot. And now the rest of you are dead as well. Yeah, We're still fine for hospital tent size, so whatever. Just attack it until it dies. Cyber Demon style. And we win. Speaking of somebody who used to do archery, that is a particular feeling that I love, just of loosing an arrow, knowing it's hit, knowing it's in the right place and it's going to hit, and just walking away before it even lands. Very rarely happened, because I was not good at archery. The Crusaders discovered the secret lair of the cultists, who fed the meat of the prisoners to a pack of evil drakes. The brood of monsters destroyed, and their eggs, covered with rotten mold, are broken. And that somehow increased our finance points income. Don't think too hard about it. But hey, there's another demon army just here. Why don't we? I mean, why shouldn't I? Whole bunch of water elementals. They're immune to fire. Nope. You're on. Very much not. Frog. Wow. One whole death. Why are these ones taking less damage? It's probably a beat I haven't been looking at. No, I don't know. I just don't know. There's probably some maths going on that I'm not taking into account. And frankly, I think we all know numbers are homophobic. Can you stop killing all my wolves, please? Oh, and then they just died? For some reason? Oh, do they, like, give you damage over time? Yes, freezing. That's not good. However, they have helpfully all gathered around. And then the body of the wolf riders exploded. This massive fireball, and most of you died. It was great. Speaking of me being a nerd as an archer, all your archers have terrible form. And my rogues are dead. The rangers have better form than the marksmen. But then this is what I always kind of argued when people got precious about, like, archery technique in films and TV and stuff. And because they did. And my argument was always, rather than being lol at Robin Hood's bad form, perhaps consider that he's just that good that even with form that bad, he still does what he does. Sometimes skill is knowing how to do things wrong but still get it right. Crusaders see a tiny but magnificent mountain lake filled with clear, cold water. Even demons couldn't disturb its peace and were chased away by powerful water elementals, and then we killed them, so maybe think about that. This remote site is obviously the source of water power, blessed by spirits of the plane of water. Of the going water and the gone. Did somebody say water, hydrate, and stretch? Fair point. Alright, what are my other armies doing? Oh, you're up to level 6. That's exciting. Is that because I gave you more people, or because I have the get XP over time thing? Probably a bit of both. So, are you now claiming that demon armies are probably manageable? Not that one. Weird throat noises return. There's one down there that you think you could probably take. Everything else, yeah. Well, why don't you just head over there so you're at least in the direction of where the demons are? And you continue to be you. Meanwhile, I have an event, the arrival of a mysterious visitor. A lady who's come to Dresden on business has requested a private audience. She claims to have connections with one of the commander's retinue. Fine, I'll see you eventually whenever I next get back to Dresden. I was going to investigate this road first. I'm trying to get to this camp of fascists. Does this way lead to the Heart of Mystery? This lead to... Does this heart... Ambush. Okay. Turns out none of those go to the Heart of Mystery, and we do need to go through that port. Rip. Oh, it's just a Nalfeshni. It's a Nalfeshni that just hit Clyde for 31 damage, so you know, that's not nothing. Or just stab it. Oh, there's also a giant. But apart from that, there's another giant. But apart from that,
Begone, fiend!
that voice I was doing for quote-unquote Trevor sounds a lot more like actual Socios VA, but hey, I never claimed that we would have consistency. I also didn't intend to say attack the giant, I meant to say the Nalfeshni, but hey. You should be on a horse. I mean, specifically that horse if possible, but any horse will do in a pinch. That's more like it, thank you, Clyde. You know the deal, Nenio. No, don't do that. Do that. That looks good. Nice. And you should also be mounted. It's Touch of Chaos. Waldriff. Did he mind? What does Touch of Chaos do again? Oh, it gives you disadvantage on everything.
Stabby or Zaxxon? Why not both?
Which, like, he was already incredibly chaotic, so... Yes, trigger more attacks of opportunity. Good.
Fall!
They didn't fall.
Make every strike count.
Jesus, Godland!
Performance is lacking. You are lacking.
God, you are a machine. Oh yeah, it's because I... Didn't we give him a thing that expanded his crit range? I can't remember. But yeah, Jesus. Did they drop anything good? No, of course they didn't. They were generic Ash Giant Raptors. Let's go. Which I said in a kind of let's go way, but no, it's just let's just go. Okay. Oh, and there's also the befouled barrows down there. There's so many things. But no, we need to go back this way and then down. Let's evade these enemies. We managed. Hurrah. I mean, I have so many options of places to go. We're never going to finish this chapter, are we? It'll just keep going. And also, we've rolled over a day, and now we have crusade things to do. Ah, yes, we need to augment the Holy Symbol of Rovagug. Unholy Symbol of Rovagug, even. A bladesmith that has arrived in Dresden is impressed by the axe filled with Rovagug's power, wishes to make some improvements to the relic, and suggests tempering it through one of the techniques known to him. To harden it in the blood of wild predators to make the executioner of evil. +2 radiant. Whenever you confirm a crit, you absorb part of their magical essence and dispel a thing. Temper in sacred poisons. Scorpion's Kiss. Corrosive Burst +2 and better attacks of opportunity. Temporary Mountain Winds for the Grave Singer. Once per encounter, when you get paralyzed, staggered, stunned, petrified, or entangled, it hits you. It also has a higher crit threat range. Well, that sounds bad. I mean, positive energy damage and a chance to dispel things sounds good. Many legends tell of heroes' weapons acquiring magical powers after touching the blood of monsters. The axe might possess the dark seal of the destroyer, but this weapon can also serve a good cause. The bladesmith took the weapon and went to the wastelands to slaughter wild monsters and harden the blade with their blood. When the blade began to shine like the sun in a looking glass, and its mere touch drank the life from monsters, the bladesmith returned and ceremoniously presented the commander with the cleansed weapon. Drama. Also, we have a new decree. We can rank up our leadership. And we should. And we should also do another relic. We don't have the energy to enchant Chilro's Hide and Tusks. Boo. But we can decide the fate of... I'm going to do the fate of the phylactery just because I want to keep the phrase the fate of the voracious jumble around because I find it very funny. And our armies. Continue doing what you're doing. Oh yeah, you were just going to hang around there, weren't you? Or should I tell you to go and explore? No, bad plan. Bad plan, don't do that. You continue the way you were going. Now, where were you going? I can't remember. See, down there are all still looking very tough, as are those. I think you might just go back to Dresden to rearm. Well, there are these ones down here. I mean, the other army can take them. Also, I'm on the wrong side of the canyon. Good job, me. Oh, and there's not a through road there on account of a different canyon. Great. I've planned this very well. Yeah, there are bits of roads that connect differently from how I thought. You should go to Dresden to get some people. Why are you going around that way? You've not... No, because these things don't link up like I think they did. Thought they did. Think a thought. Shut up, Emma. Back to the party. Let's you know, we're on a roll with Sociel's storyline thing, so let's continue that way. Well, actually, let's go to bed. Well, actually, let's... Why is this set to religion law? That is absolutely not a thing that I would rely on Nanio for. Why is it still saying X? Also, do we not have anybody who would be better at cooking? Yes. You've assigned these in a really weird way, game. Bigitha can do the cooking. Sociel can do the rituals. Thela can have second watch. It's a DC 10. It's fine. We're fine. Rest. Dialogue.
The Count's really done it this time with those roses. Irabeth's still walking around with a face like a slapped behind. As if all the money he spent on those flowers came direct from her wages.
Slow burner, this one. Like...
Runs herself ragged every day, making sure the soldiers are armed and fed. And now, somebody goes and splashes cash around like it's nothing. Then again, that intention was good. Of all the stunts that somebody has pulled, you could even call this one sweet.
Let's go with that. See, everything is fine. She says, wandering the lands of the demons. Fine, we'll fight some demons. I say demons, and then suddenly the demons are there.
battles await.
Also, people can mount up because we have,
I will help where I can.
like, we're in ambush mode, so we're not straight in there. Of course, we'd be able to mount a much more effective ambush if I knew where the hell the monsters were. Oh, they're there.
I swear it.
And we're behind. And they are still winning the initiative roll. Get wrecked.
The light take you.
Why are we all attacking Social just because the man's having some actual story development?
Bring down the divine wrath.
By missing a lot.
Share your treasures.
You've crossed the wrong mountain.
You're irrelevant.
I do not feel like burning spell slots on this one random nothing encounter. Oh, there's a Huntress over there as well. Great. Why is everybody hitting Social? And, well, okay, at least you stole Clyde's blood rather than hitting Social again.
No glory without risk.
Way to repeatedly miss a DC of 3, idiot. And I forgot that would trigger an attack of opportunity. I'm very smart and in touch with the deep rules of Pathfinder.
Cover me, all right?
Well, that guy's dead. The important kind of rule. Yeah, you've got a bunch of fireball casts, and you can hit both of these with one. 10 damage is 10 damage, I suppose. Something's not nothing and all that. Wow, we're just gonna absolutely victimize Social for some reason. What did he do? How did he offend you all? How? Channel for yourself. You got a charge in? No.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Can't be bothered to burn spell slots on you either.
Endure this.
Especially because Land's about to kill this thing. Oh look, Land killed it. That was a little bit tougher than I expected, mostly for Social.
Search for the beauty with your heart.
Would you like some potions, Social? There. 4 Cure Serious potions and you're fine. Now where's the exit? There. Away. Right, now let's go to this camp. And find your brother, question mark? New location discovered. Knapsack on a tree. That's not a location, that's just a thing. That's just a thing that exists. Okay, so yeah, we put a teleporter in trees and home, so it should be easy enough to get back to that area. Yes, Extirpator's camp. Let's go. I mean, this isn't looking particularly extirpated. They should maybe work on that. Knowledge Arcana check. Judging by the borrow's form, it was dug by an incredibly huge purple worm. We ran into one of those, didn't we? Well, they've been extirpated. They're all dead. Wait, what's that? Do you hear that sound? Oh hey, there's that purple worm. Gluttonous Maw. More what? Aha, aha, aha. More worm, I suppose. It's gargantuan. It's got a lot of damage reduction.
Make every strike count.
And quite a lot of armor class. Ah, but it still bleeds. Nenio, if you could haste everyone. That seems like a useful thing to do. Clyde, if we could just hit it really hard, and we discovered a thing, and also it did 96 damage even with a reduction. Oh, there's a trap to disarm. There's so much going on around here. This place has everything.
Eternal Rose, I call upon you.
Eternal Rose, didn't particularly care. I have Hold Monster, right? Well, they passed the will save, so rip, I guess.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Clyde is like the only one who's actually done anything useful here. And then you just crit Social for 62 damage and also eat him. You just ate him. Alright. Lan, shoot this fool.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Honestly, I give you the perfect strike and everything, and then that's what you roll? Well, look, Magic Missile always hits. Yeah. Not nothing, not nothing.
Run them through.
God, Clyde hits like a train. I find this very funny.
Distract them from me.
Sorry, what?
The light, take you.
Everybody's doing so much less damage than Lan and Clyde. And then... Did you eat Waldriff as well? Have you eaten Waldriff as well? Oh no, he's still there. Etiel is taking some damage on account of being eaten by this worm.
You won't survive me.
Actually, I say it's just Clyde and Lan. It's just Clyde. Lan is really not accomplishing much. What counts as a touch attack? Is Phantasmal Killer technically a ranged touch attack? It should get past AC. Well, I mean, 10 damage is 10 damage again. That was a much higher spell slot, but hey. Hey, cool. Monster's dead. Wiping the sweat from his face, Social looks over the battlefield. It's the extirpators. This enemy must have been more than they can manage. Cleric folds his hands in a short funeral prayer. Is your brother hit? No, he's not. I don't see him among these people. The relief is palpable in the young cleric's voice. Any opinion on the bodies? They died not long ago. Judging by the wounds, they were killed by the same beast we just dispatched. Cool, so this was a trap. Yes, looks like it. Let's return to Dresden and... Stocio clenches his fist. Galen, help me endure this. This entire story... You know, I don't recognize myself. I serve the goddess of love, but the Hell Knights, I hate them. I really do. It's sickening, but I don't know how to get rid of this feeling. Backstory? The fact that we even tolerate them is a disgrace to the entire Crusade movement. Cruel tormentors who are indifferent to the suffering of others, or perhaps who even enjoy it. What are they doing on our side? Why do we let them justify all these atrocities by participating in the Crusades? What does your faith think? It's a temptation, and I must overcome it. Their cruelty stirs indignation in me. I'd like to believe it's righteous, but they also call their spite righteous anger. I shouldn't be like them. I shouldn't answer evil with evil. It's so hard. You really haven't been yourself since this man pretending to be your dead, well, possibly dead, disappeared brother showed up. Like, that seems normal to me, but hey. Things he said about my brother. I admit I want to grab him by the throat and squeeze so hard his spine cracks. It's a dirty, unworthy desire, but I can't get rid of it. And worse, I think the reason I'm so angry is because I'm afraid he's telling the truth. Thela looks at Socia with sympathy. Hold on, brother. You need to talk, drink, and forget everything or howl your grief at the moon. Come to me. I'll support you. War's hard on good people. Well, guess we're going back there. Socia nods without saying a word.
Are we in trouble yet?
This was an important use of our time. Woljif is having his strength taken. Social, do you know neutralize poison? Please say yes.
Too bad no one can
Why aren't you saying yes? You know Greater Restoration. Do you have heal? You have Raised Dead in 2 places. Heal. Restoration in 2 places. This is why people's hotbars look so bad. Okay, well, the poison has gone away on its own. Oh, no, that's removed disease, not neutralized poison. Do you not have neutralized poison? It seems like an oversight on somebody's part. Possible it's mine, but, you know. Who's to say? A restoration. Thank you. And also some healing. Yeah, just channel it. A couple of you need it. Cool. Right, now.
Meditate on your mistakes.
Lan.
Might make you feel better.
Body's torn to pieces. Steel armor. Crumpled. Paper. A trap to disarm. What do you mean Lan can't pick locks? Wait, no, of course he can't. It's a...
Don't mind me.
I've forgotten how this party works.
Ask nicely.
Oh, and then Woljif accidentally ran over the trap and succeeded in the saving throw, so it was all fine. This is a terrible story. Wand of Cure Light, like that. Crappy Ring. The Living Flame. On bad channel, get surrounded by a fire shield. So, TL, have you got a cloak going? Of course you have. Everybody has a cloak going. Resistance +2 and saving throws against compulsion and disease. I don't know. Bad channel into Living Flame sounds pretty neat. If I can find where it went. Game? Oh, it's right there. Plus, it works with that ensemble. Yeah, also I've got this axe. Somebody should probably be using this axe. I kind of thought Bigitha might want to use the axe. Is it better than this ridiculous cookery? I mean, no, because that has 3d6 of bonus damage. Is it better than what Sealer has? No. Woljif can't use it. It's not two-handed enough for Social. Did I just get this for no reason at all? Perhaps. Great. Okay. Oh, I should also give somebody the Cloak of Cleansing who's already on a +2, who's on a regular +2 cloak. Like Sealer. It all comes around in the end. Wow, there's so many things we can loot, and they're probably mostly suck. A lesser game would, you know, give us the option to loot everything at once. But no, it's important that we find all of these yellow outline trash drops and click them all individually. Long Spear +1, that's only slightly less trash. Flail +1, likewise. Okay, was this trap guarding anything good? This
over there.
where? Ah, there. I left my mouse with clogs on.
Hide from me.
And another one.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
Wait, where was this other trap you just saw? Also, why are there so many traps around here? I mean, really? Is this necessary?
Pretty good, aren't I?
What is it with people with a trickery skill and fishing? You're not as bad as Camellia, but you're getting there.
Move out.
Right, that's just an exit. But we do have this athletics check to get up here. No animation. And there were ghosts guarding it. But it's fine. We've got this Flaming Dagger +1, Wand of Cure Moderate. Some pretty solid scrolls. Mass Heal. Nice. Okay, there's some good stuff here, but there's also a shadow. What is this game? This is Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, based on the tabletop campaign path of the same name.
Time to share your treasures.
And it's enormous is the main thing.
Into the fray.
Wow. And then you just took all of Waldriff's strength and he died. Sure. You've got breath. You must have Breath of Life. Do you not know Breath of Life? Is that not a spell I bought you? Why didn't I buy it? Great question. I mean, I have Raise Dead. But that seems excessive. Right. Anyway. Just hit. Actually, bad channel it. You can do that. Hurrah. And now you're on fire, so that's fun. And Clyde, murder. Most of the way there.
Mind over muscle.
Or not. Probably should have magic missed him. Didn't. Anyway, land.
Endure this.
Wow, that is some good concealment you've got going on there. Anyway, die. Yes, Borg just suffered a crippling wound. I am aware. And can somebody throw a restoration at him before he dies again? Anyway, it is time for our next regularly scheduled ad break. As ever, I'm going to do the self-care things, and so should you go up and get a drink and have a snack and take your meds if you need to. This is your reminder. And just generally take care of yourself for a few minutes while I'm away, and when we come back, we'll try and get to the bottom of this, I guess. Alright. Love you all. See you in a few. And we're back. Hello, everyone. Let's actually fire off this restoration spell. And also, some big heals. Oh, I don't have that one twice. It's just the difference between Resurrection and Raise Dead. I can read. Honest.
We will win this
Wait, you have
war.
Lay on Hands. You should do that more. Wait, which I mean, I should remember you have that more. Cool. Anything else that we can get ambushed by a ghost for? No? Okay, bye. Is that everything? Feels like it. I mean, unless there was... Is there somebody else, somewhere else we could go right at the start? Do I recall? Wait, no, this is past the where the worm was. Oh, but we can go this way. A giant crack in the diseased, parched land, deep down a huge branching burrows. Okay, so that's another way out. But I swear there was another path. No, that's where the worm was. Oh, no, that is where we started, and then this is the other path. Okay, cool. As you were. Well, this was something of a Shaggy Worm story, if you will. I mean, you shouldn't, because what am I even saying at this point? So, I mean, do we check out the befouled burrows or just teleport back? I mean, we're down here anyway. It seems like a thing to do. Evade. I don't care. That tripped over a day. Okay, let's do some things. Chain of command of the Crusade has been strengthened. I need to go and have a meeting. Excellent. See, it's good that I didn't teleport to Dresden too early. Morale is still fine. Armies. Continue what you're doing. And you continue what you're doing. Yeah, I wish there was an option to, like, build a bridge over some of these chasms or something, because they're in really inconvenient places. And you continue to do nothing. Oh yeah, because 2's heading back to Dresden to reinforce, aren't they? That was what was happening. Okay, to the barrows. That are befouled. Ooh, text. Iridescent streaks appear in the bilious violet sky above the deserted lands. Streaks are not like an ordinary Galarian rainbow. They look more like oil dropped in water. The sweltering haze in the sky seems to waver along with the streaks. Time and again, one of the commander's party spots some movement out of the corner of their eye and reaches for their weapon, only to immediately realise they were mistaken. The ground underfoot turns a muddy grey, covered in a dense layer of ash expelled by geysers. Curious natural phenomenon, not uncommon in these parts. In the distance, barrows can be seen, appearing only as vague piles of rocks in the haze. The wind whips clouds of ash into the faces of the commander and her party. Along with the ash, the wind ushers in ragged grey clouds that shroud the sky. A giant eye of cloud unblinkingly watches the commander and her party from above. One can only imagine how insignificant the creatures struggling across the land must seem from such a height. In a break in the clouds, the white of the sky's eye pulses, ready to burst like a boil. The dark cloud of the pupil grows blacker still. Commander decides too. I mean, that sounds like a tornado's brewing. I mean, I haven't run into them myself in real life, but from what I know. Okay, so let's see if we can roll more than a -10. The commander decides to try and recall any previous mention of such a phenomenon. Doobie. Bigitha Lordlatir recalls conversations with seasoned crusaders. If a giant eye appears in the sky, you must run and not look back. According to witnesses, what follows such an omen is so horrific that it can rob a newcomer to the world wound of their sanity. Well, we don't have much of that, but... well, let's make for the barrows. Mobility check. Land... Come on. Failed. Great. As the party runs for cover, the black pupil of the cloud eye looms, watching their flight. Something suddenly drops from the sky, landing with a splat at the commander's feet like an overripe fruit. It's white, about the size of a chestnut. It has a dark center, and the longer the commander stares at it, the more it seems like something's staring back. The fruit looks disturbingly like an eyeball. The whirlwind of ash stops the party from looking up to see what's happening in the sky. Perhaps a carrion bird was transporting its already rotting prize home. At least that's what all the companions are hoping as they cluster around the milky white eyeball. A second eyeball lands nearby with an unpleasant squelch, leaving only a bloody splash on the ash-covered ground. 2 eyeballs cannot be a coincidence. I mean, you say 2 eyeballs can't be a coincidence. That's what most of us have. The commander does not even have to speak. Without a word, the party wheels around and races toward the barrows that loom black through the ash. The sickening hail pummels them in the back, shoulders, and heads, leaving wet marks on armor and clothing and soaking their hair in sticky slime. Gross. The land around the barrows looks more like a dumping ground than a burial ground. The storms have bleached skulls and bones, rusted armor and dented swords. This is a familiar sight. More surprising are the arms and legs of golems scattered around the waste, the once snarling faces of animals that now lack all resemblance to their living brethren. Things that look like horse carcasses but with broken mechanical legs. Everything's brown with dust. That's not what that says. Rust and long forgotten. A battle was fought here once. Through the veil of ash, the party struggles to find the entrance to the barrow, and I hydrate. Oh hey, there's a trivia answer to this. Remembering everything that is known about the architecture of Sarkorian burial mounds. God, Bigitha is insufferable sometimes because she's me. Bigitha Lordshot here notices that the positioning of the barrels follows the pattern typical for these places. They stand equidistant from each other in a circle to leave space for rituals to be performed. Bigitha Lordshot here reasons that the entrance should face inward, towards the centre of the circle, and her reasoning proves sound. And then she probably tells everybody about it at excessive length. An ash-darkened piece of some kind of casing that covers the entrance crumbles under the slightest pressure. The mouth of the barrow is cool and smells of damp and dust, which is now what that actually says. More of the ash lies underfoot, pressed into a glossy, slippery crust. It's clear that the barrow has been constructed above a cave system. The deliberately carved-out corridors stretching off into the barrow's depths leave room for natural passageways. The wind, wailing through the stalactites in the dark, carries a strange sound, similar to a desperate human cry. Help me. Help me. The party strains to hear and decides to... Oh hey, there's a lore option. Find out who the voice belongs to. The longer Bigitha Lordshot here listens, the more the voice changes. One moment it sounds like the desperate cry of a child, the next the piercing, ragged scream of a woman, the next birdsong. It cannot be ruled out that she's hearing only what she wants to hear. I think we should probably not go towards that. Commander proposes staying at the entrance and waiting out the storm. The suggestion appears highly sensible, but doubt remains. Even after the storm passes and the party emerges from their cover, the thought of returning to the mysterious caves will arise more than once or twice. Is that it? What happens if we go back? Ah. Right. So it's just like, okay, you didn't take the bait. Maybe one day you will. Well, that sounds like a thing that would happen today. The storm has long since changed course, and the entrance to the barrow is a yawning darkness. Plaintive voice. Help me. Can still be heard below the vaults of the cave. Commander decides to... F-A-F-O. Bigitha Lordshot cannot ignore the cries for help, and the party rushes toward the sound, frequently looking around for enemies or traps. Apparently, my voice has opinions on talking this much. A strange thing. The closer they get to the voice, the less distinct the pleas become. Blurring into the grinding screech of a rusty mechanism. The only passage leading further into the barrow finishes in a dead end. A spacious cave, its walls decorated in frescoes that have almost entirely faded over time. Before the companions have a chance to decide whether to look for a door or turn back, the cave floor, which seemed solid with well-trodden ash, vibrates and begins to ripple like water. One after another, the commander's companions are sucked into the thick, ashy mass like they've stepped into quicksand. What would be our best thing? We've got a 21, a 20, and a 32. Lan, assess the situation. The party understands that panicking is pointless. Assessing the situation and formulating a plan of action is much more useful. When they stop struggling, they notice that the quick ash seems to loosen its grip in turn. Below, they can hear strange noises, like grinding metal. Could there be a mechanism drawing the quick ash downward? The exit from the cave is still too high up. Now the party have only one route out. Down. Well, let's go. Quagmire's resistance vanishes, as expected. The commander opens her eyes, sensing that she's in free fall. Through the gloom, she sees a spear sticking out parallel to the ground, and she manages to grab hold of the wood and hang suspended from it. Suddenly everything jolts into action. Dozens of daggers, saws, swords, and spears spring out from all sides, whistling through the air, but this is no enemy ambush. The weapons are being brandished by the pistons and loudly scraping gears of a giant mechanism. The spear that saved the commander was so rusted in its piston that it's no longer able to move. The party has found itself in the heart of a giant metal flower growing up out of the ashy quagmire covering the floor. The Uranag, built by the Forgers of the Abyss, tries to close its petals, crushing, mashing, and cutting its victims to pieces. But years of lying dormant in the darkness have taken their toll. Its articulations move with a soul-shuddering screech and become easily jammed. The mummified bodies of unlucky crusaders can still be seen, hanging, speared on rusted blades. The commander wants to avoid their fate, she must. Well, there's a knowledge check that I can just do. Figure out what makes it move. Even a magical mechanism is still a mechanism. From above, the commander has a good view of the Uranag's inner workings. Large, toothed wheels are set into motion by gear shafts. It becomes clear if the gear shafts can be jammed, the movement will stop. The commander's almost out of time. Another few minutes and it'll all be over. Realizing that a simple escape isn't possible, the commander decides to try jamming the Uranag's main mechanism in the heart of the flower. She looks around for something sturdy and finds a hammer, a staff, or a tower shield. A hammer? The body of a paladin, clutching a warhammer in his hands of bone, hangs from one of the Uranag's hammers pointing directly upward. The commander is lucky that this warrior chose to meet his death with weapon in hand. The commander drags the body towards her and grabs the hammer, but the Servant of Light's grip is still surprisingly strong and refuses to relinquish the weapon. The bone arms are easily ripped from the skeleton's shoulders, still holding the hammer. The commander tosses the lot into the heart of the Uranag. The hammer falls, sparking off the gears and getting stuck between them. With a furious screeching and scraping, the Uranag tries to grind up the hammer, but it cannot. A tremor travels up the petals. There's a deafening cracking sound. The Uranag stills. Forever. After carefully extracting themselves from the clutches of the broken Uranag, Commander and her party find themselves up to their knees in ashy sludge once more, but this time it only harmlessly squelches under their feet as they walk. A dark breach yawns before them, and the cry the commander heard at the entrance to the barrow rises up again. Help me. Since there's no other route, the commander decides to. So we could pray for them, but we've said we need to stop doing quite so many good things, and also we're not that bothered about the gods, and also they might have good stuff, so loot. The commander searches the crusaders' bodies. What the dead no longer need may prove useful to the living. Fortune smiles on her. The party will be leaving the Uranag's cave richer than when it went in. After all its ordeals, the party finally goes up to the surface and emerges in a small chamber. Pipes protrude from numerous openings dotted all over the walls, and they connect to a small box adorned with Baphomet's symbol. The box cries out, producing high, plaintive noises that, when carried through the pipes, begin to sound something like, "Help me." Commander knows that this is just another demonic mechanism created to lure crusaders into the barrow. Oh no, it was a trap. If only somebody could have seen this. She smashes the box, scattering small bolts and gears across the room. Silence reigns. There are no secrets left in this place now. Got Fencer's Gift and 2300 gold. Sure. We got a thing. What is the thing? +3 bonus to the second weapon when dual wielding or wearing a two-handed melee weapon. If you have weapon training and wielding a weapon, it gives a bonus to. That increases by +2. Or Jeff, do you have weapon training, like, at all? Because training's different from proficiency, right? Okay, well, you don't appear to. Because, like, do you... The weapon training ability. Yeah, I straight don't know what that would be. Oh, you have armor training. So it must be a thing that maybe fighters have? If only we had one of those. Okay, well, you might not have it, but you do enough to weapon fighting, so Waldriff, enjoy some gloves. You're already wearing gloves. Maybe don't enjoy some gloves. Social, you're always wearing two-handed things. Do you have weapon training at all? Probably not. I mean, you're a cleric. Why would you? Yeah, no. But that's fine. Have some gloves. Yep, that looks bad, but hey. Alright, I think it is time to teleport him. We should probably be building more things. Mostly I just remembered we could do that. Yeah, there's so many things we could be doing. Engineers Workshop, make buildings cheaper. Love that for me. Main Spellcaster's Lodge will actually let us buy those church guards. A sanctuary will mean we, you know, have an energy points income. More than we do. Sure, let's leave it at that for the moment. And we enter Dresden. And yeah, let's go to prison first. Before we get dragged into another meeting, which we will. Hello, impostor. Graham, that's your name, I forgot. Well, did you talk to the extirpators? The extirpators, they're all dead. That's a shame. I think I'm welling up. That was a trap. Accusations again. You can say whatever you like, but where's the proof? You can't scare me. Listen, do you understand the situation you've gotten yourself into? Be wise not to antagonize us. You should help us and hope that after everything you've done, we still have a little mercy for you. Now, mercy? I'd be a fool to believe that lie. I know how kind you and your brother are. My whole back is covered with scars because of his mercy. That's not true. Social mutters silently. Can't be true. Actual truth, please? Or what? I mean, yeah. We've been fighting the castle justice system as much as we can. Do you want to leave? I can literally just let you leave. That was my plan all along. You were only here as long as we needed facts. Are you serious? I don't really believe the word of commanders, but hey, what choice do I have? Alright, I got nothing else to do. Bars are strong, locks are good, you got me. I'll hope for your... The imposter casts a vicious look at Social. Your mercy. Well, listen. This time I'll tell you how it was. I was a soldier fighting for the extirpators. That wasn't a lie. I was valet for that scumbag Trevor. He used to work me hard, but that was a long time ago, before the demons took him. Took him? How? Where? How could you even say such a thing? Social's voice is choked with grief and rage. The imposter enjoys the look on Social's face. Keep listening, don't interrupt me. We were hunting a chimera back then. It's an easy job for the extirpators, even with all the demonic freakishness the wound gives the chimera. We were driving it towards your boy Trevor, but he was preparing to attack. Then a demon appears, a huge one, scary, in a black mask. Bam! Rips one knight to pieces. Bam! There goes another one. And then the demon looks at Trevor and says, "This one's good. I'll take him." And he picked him up like he weighed nothing and vanished. Well, what could we do? That demon was chopping up knights left, right, and center. What could we do? We turned and ran. The rest of our guys caught up to us. They executed a few of us on the spot as a warning and made the others slaves, life bait for the monsters. The slaves don't live long. Only 3 of us survived out of the whole unit, and no one's seen Trevor since. Yeah, I think all of these are important questions. What was Trevor really like? Real devil. Didn't go easy on anyone. Beat us good. The knights respected him, and as ordinary infantry were afraid to show our faces to him. Do you know where he is now? Are you deaf? I told you no one knows. A demon dragged him off, a demon in a black mask. As to the where and why, you'll have to ask the demons. There was one of them called Miranda. How did she get the shield? Miranda, she and Trevor were sleeping together. When they dragged Trevor off, he dropped his shield, so she picked it up. Like, to remember him. I'm telling you, those two deserved each other. When Trevor was gone, that crazy bitch wanted all of us to be executed. Whole unit. Paralector refused to waste people who said would be useful as slaves. She made a scene and then transferred to another order. Good riddance. So, my transhead cannon turned out to not pan out, but then we knew it wouldn't. So many of them don't. But we remain hopeful. So what happened to the rest of the extirpators? I mean, that were made them, but hey. You saw what happened to them. They died. I don't care. I'm not going to cry about them. They killed a lot of beasts, but there's always someone stronger. That demon wiped them out. Only the ones who ran survived. Where are the other 2? I think they were going to go to Canabras. They wanted to pretend to be refugees and then wing it. Do you want to catch them too? They're probably somewhere near the creepy church where the undead used to be. I heard they plan to build a shelter there to stay away from the local commander. Sociel, you got enough there? Yes. Sociel's voice sounds hollow and he looks totally lost. I have. So, it's true. My brother betrayed everything we believed in. I'm leaning towards option 2. Because again, we do believe in transformative justice around here and the concept of redemption. The war has broken a lot of people. Trevor was the victim of other people's cruelty, and that does bad things. I would like to think that, but it's another sweet lie. Trevor wasn't a victim. He had power and used it to torment others. Yeah, but as part of a broken system. Trevor betrayed everything we believed in.
That is a war crime.
Yes, thank you. It is. I really hope that sound alert went through because it got me good. Where was I? Trevor betrayed everything we believed in. All our vows. He went to the war to protect people, and in the end he tortured them. Commander Tirabade was right. I shouldn't have tried to learn what happened to him. Forgive me, Bigitha Lord Shatir. I need to be alone now. Without looking at the imposter, Sociel leaves the prison. Bye. Anyway, yeah, Bye. Seriously? I thought I was going to die here. Huh. Well, thank you, Commander. I hope we don't meet again. That's fair. Bye. I don't like leaving Nora in there, but she is very pointedly being like, if you let me out, I will not have changed at all, and I will still try and kill you again. So, oh, Ananavius stopped us. Hold up, Commander. The thing is, remember how that Crusader went missing a while back, and then he was found outside the city walls disemboweled? Anavia pauses and gives you a searching look. I do. Any update on that? No, not yet. Anevia seems to scrutinize your face again and then nods to herself. Have we got doppelganger nonsense going on? I never gave up on the investigation even when everybody else stopped digging. I know we're at war and that people are dying left and right. That's no reason to turn a blind eye to crime. That's it, Commander. Another Crusader has just gone missing. He left the barracks to come here. He would have gone past the gates. My gut tells me that the killer won't keep him alive for long. So, Commander, you need to start searching this area right now and try and find out where he's been taken. This is all quite unexpected. Yet death often shows up when you least expect it. It's not like I picked the timing. So who's missing? Yeah, he's the youngest son of a poor nobleman from Mendev. He's something like Rillick or Rillac. He's young, barely out of the nursery, and he decided that he was a man now, and so off to war he went. You know how it goes. Why are we raising the alarm over this? Listen, Commander, do you trust me or not? If you do, then just do as I say. Find the kid, then we'll talk. Do you know who the murderer is? I don't have a clue. And Evia's answer comes too quickly, her gaze dropping before she can force herself to meet your eyes. Want to take that again? I'm telling you the truth and nothing but the truth. I have my own theories, sure, but nothing concrete. That's best if I keep my mouth shut on that front. Alright, fine. Go in then. Past the gates and took a right. Ask around, check out the buildings. I'll be waiting for you here. This feels like yet another trap. Oh. Not those gates? Which gates? You said past the gates. I assumed that you meant go through the gates. Right, and this citizen is having a time. I think we should check out this abandoned building on the right. Where there totally isn't a trap. Clyde, hurry up, please. I need to investigate this totally not trap. Oh yeah, we came here before once, didn't we? And there was nothing much here.
Head on!
A door. Oh, and I don't get to bring Clyde? Near muffled sighs coming from the next room. Well, fight time. Oh. Hi, Camellia. What you doing?
How lovely to see you here.
Hearing steps behind her, Camellia whips around. Freezes. She glances at the bloody dagger in her hand, then at the dead body at her feet. She says that evenly. Her lips quiver for a fraction of a second before settling into an unimpeachably polite smile. What you got there?
Socorus is an ancient land. The spirits of these places have spoken to people since time immemorial, and some of those people heard them and were able to respond. The shamans of Socorus were always held in high esteem. They knew the will of the spirits, the will of the land itself. Many Kelids would come to the shamans to learn what the spirits desired in order to gain their support.
Camellia pauses, lost in memories that cannot be her own. Yeah, we have time.
When the world wound opened and the demons poured into Galarian, they drowned Socorus in blood. The earth moaned as it soaked up the blood of Kelids, Crusaders, and demons. The spirits drank this blood, slowly becoming deranged and turning into incarnations of madness and pain.
You know that bit where all along Camellia's just been so normal? Well, feels like that's coming to a head.
Look what Socorus has turned into. It's an open wound on the body of Galarian. The world wound has changed it beyond all recognition. And the spirits, these poor creatures have been corrupted. Twisted by war, they moan and they howl, but only shamans can hear their senseless cries of agony.
Also, it's nice that this is voice acted, I'll be honest.
I am a shaman. Maria, the spirit I am bonded with, is mad and can speak of nothing but her endless hunger for blood. I give her what she asks for. I feed her the blood of Crusaders.
Camellia seems suddenly to falter. Her breathing grows heavy and her pupils dilate. Okay. Well, this is a lot. Just like, hey, mad vampire spirit, you know.
The spirits of Socorus can no longer speak to shamans. All I can hear is the cacophony of their howls, screams, and laments. But there is a way to restore their sanity. By performing rituals. Bloody but effective rituals. When the untainted blood of the Crusaders cleanses the corruption that Maria fed on for centuries, the spirit will regain her sanity, and I shall be able to speak to her. I shall be able to ask her advice, to find out how we can heal the world wound. Tell me, isn't this knowledge worth a handful of lives?
Perception check passed. How many people?
Too few. Maria's hunger is still so great. Her pain cannot be soothed by a single victim. But success is within my grasp. I can feel it. It is even possible that today's victim will be the last.
Okay. Camellia, honey. Yeah. 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 So, who's this Maria then? Is she in the room with us right now?
Forgive me, I forgot to make the introductions. This is Maria. Or rather, this is her home. Or her prison, to call a spade a spade.
The girl removes an amulet in the shape of a bone snake from around her neck. It's giving sunk cost fallacy. Yeah. Maybe a little past the, logical fallacy level, but...
I caught this spirit a long time ago, and I tried for so long to speak with it. My little demented ball of rage. I felt compelled to bind it to this amulet, just temporarily, until I worked out how to help it.
I felt compelled to do this thing, and now the crazy spirit voice is telling me to kill people, so I'm doing that. This is all perfectly logical.
If I am to be fully honest, her name, Maria, is of my own devising. She is not yet able to speak to me, but I still needed a name to call her by.
The girl gently puts the amulet back around her neck. What exactly are you hoping to learn?
The world wound cannot be allowed to poison all the lands of Galarian.
Bigitha lodged it here.
The spirits of Socorus know this better even than you and I. They may know how to heal it. And if not, then perhaps they will know how to eradicate it quickly and painlessly. We're fighting against demons. It is a just cause. But imagine we win and the demons vanish for good. Do you think the world wound will vanish along with them? That it's something we can defeat with weapons?
I'm defeating a lot of things with
Open again at
weapons.
some point in the future, like an old festering abscess?
Something bad might happen in the future, and thus I need to murder many people now.
I am thinking of the future of these lands, of how to heal them and restore them. Would you not agree that a few Crusaders' lives is a price worth paying?
And why do you think this will work exactly?
I do not think. I know. I sense things many people cannot. I can infer what the spirits want. For example, there is one spirit hanging over your left shoulder as we speak. It came to enjoy Maria's victim. Can you sense its hunger? Spirits are akin to animals. You cannot bring a hungry dog to heal. You cannot stroke a hungry cat. To speak to a spirit, you must first feed it. It is not their fault that after so many years of torment, the only thing that can satisfy their hunger is blood.
See, I'd be more inclined to accept that this was a system that made sense and you were totally in the right if it hadn't taken me finding you murdering somebody in a basement for you to actually tell me about it.
My ritual will work. I did not read about it in books or learn it from some wizened teacher. You could say that I invented it myself. With Maria's help. I just know that it will work. Sooner or later. I can feel it.
I invented the magic with the help of the insane spirit who lives in my necklace. And it'll work eventually. Trust me, bro. So, who was this guy you've killed?
He's the youngest son of a noble from Mendiv. I believe his name was Rillick or Relic. I think the dolt was in love with me. He was ever so eager to come with me to this house. One hint was all it took.
Let's literally just kill her backwards.
He is of no interest to me. Maria wanted his blood, so I sacrificed him. The rest is immaterial.
Okay, I'm gonna say alright, so what are you proposing? Under the assumption that this will not immediately lock me into being like, yeah, cool, do the thing.
My ritual is not yet complete. I have made the sacrifice. Now I just have to let Maria drink the blood. Will you allow me to complete the ritual?
Malia licks her lips and takes a small, almost meek step forward. Again, normally I would be like, yeah, chaos button. But also, like, this is abhorrent, but on the other hand, chaos button, but on the other hand, and also I don't necessarily want to approve of it, but on the other hand, player me really wants to know where this goes. And would this even be the worst time I pressed the button to see what would happen? There'll be an autosave. I'm just justifying to myself here. Well, go ahead and I'll reserve judgment.
Thank you. This will not take long.
Camellia wets her lips. When she lowers herself to her knees before the body, you see that her legs are quaking. Her deportment remains as impeccable as ever.
Accept this sacrifice, Maria. Drink of its blood. Drink of its strength. Drink of its life.
Camellia lowers the amulet into the open chest cavity of the Crusader, then raises the amulet above her head. Blood drips from the snake's head onto the girl's expectant tongue. You made this ritual up yourself, you say?
We are one, you and I. Our thoughts, our bodies, our souls. What you take in, I take in also.
Camellia deftly spears a small piece of the Crusader's flesh on the tip of her dagger and deposits it in her mouth. Her eyes drift shut in ecstasy, and a shudder travels the length of her body. Yeah, you are enjoying this I've been saying this for some weeks now. You're enjoying this too much.
Is it wrong to love what one does? Don't you like killing demons in the name of goodness, justice, or whatever it is you're fighting for? Do you not experience pleasure when your weapon plunges into the enemy's flesh? When you look in his eyes and you see the awareness fade away?
Babe, no.
Have you ever watched a heart stop in an open chest and known that you were the cause? Have you ever held someone on the very brink of death? When your victim's strength is fading with every second before it fades utterly, and the only evidence of your duel will be the bruise on your wrist left by his failing grip.
Camellia studies her blood-stained hands. A shaky sigh emerges from her chest.
I enjoy what I do. However, my preferences are nothing compared with Maria's appetites. We are quite lucky that our desires align at all.
So did it work?
Yes and no.
Great.
I think I made out a few clear words from Maria before the madness swallowed her again.
Her, sure.
I'm on the right path. More rituals are needed. Not many, not more than 10 or 20, I should think. Will you allow me to continue my work?
I'm gonna just as a general point here, Camellia. 10 or 20 murders is not widely regarded as not many. just so you know. Yeah, no. Stop. I will not. We've had talks about summary execution and why it's bad. So stop doing. So I'm not going to just do that now. But this stopped.
What a pain. But if these are your terms, then I agree.
Irritation flits across Camelia's face, but it's quickly replaced by humility.
You know, when I saw you standing there, I thought my life would end tonight, but you spared me. Thank you. I would like to speak with you a little later. Please come and see me. No need to be shy, for I have no more secrets to keep from you. Now, we should leave this place. You go first. I will follow in a few minutes.
Cool. I trust none of what you're saying. I mean, I never did particularly trust you, but yeah, I don't love that our two options are just let it happen and go with it and she walks away free, or execution. This storyline's weird.
I need to take myself in hand. It's a pity this fellow died so swiftly. Damn it all, I need sex. I won't sleep tonight without a man.
Now, I've long said I have, and people who know me in real life will appreciate this, I have a fairly loose concept of TMI. But Jesus, Camellia. Also, from just what I've seen people reference in just when I've looked stuff up on Reddit for like specific puzzles and that, I think this is the start of Camelia's romance route. She is very heterosexual, and so I couldn't have done it anyway. But yeah, if you're playing an evil male character, yeah, you can totally have sex here.
I lead, you follow.
Ignore that. Don't follow. Please don't follow. Hi, Clyde. You missed some things. Talk to a Navia? Yeah, Journal. I think I will. When the map loads. Nevia stretches lazily and yawns. Her eyes are fixed on you. Well, Commander, have you solved the problem? Okay. Let's just all be open with each other. Crime? What crime? Nevia says with a smirk, before becoming deadly serious. Listen, Commander, I was just using my brain, following certain individuals, listening to what people were saying on the street. I had my suspicions, but what suspicions worth on their own? Nothing. I didn't have any proof. I'm not Irabeth. I'm not going to go digging for the truth. So if I dug deep enough, the Knight Commander would be down a companion, smack bang in the middle of a war. How'd that help anything? I'm not going to be the one to scupper this crusade, so I'll be keeping my mouth shut. So she knows full well it's Camellia. Anevia speaks slowly, staring into your eyes. I trust that you'll handle this in whatever way's best for the crusade. If you want to tell Irabeth everything, go ahead. You're cool. Double reverse chaos button. But again, summary execution is bad. And I don't like ending stories, if I'm honest, so the problem has in theory been solved. That's all I needed to know. Thanks, Commander. Feels bad. But, you know, not the first feels bad quest that we've had, and probably won't be the last. Now let's actually go and see her and, you know, see if she cares to comment. You know when you just look at your tabletop party and you think, it's good party comp, but you know what it needs? Not just a token evil teammate. A serial killer teammate with a murder king. Camellia greets you with a broad smile and licks her lips rapaciously. Demons dance in her eyes. Okay, this may have been a terrible idea. Hello, my friend. You don't mind if I call you that, do you? I've done a lot of thinking since we last met. You haven't any reason to hand me over to the headsman yet. Something stayed your hand. Whatever guides you, your promise to keep my secret. Secret makes us accomplices of sorts. Even friends. So much regret. Shared secrets bring people closer. Don't you think, my friend? Pierces you with her stare as if she's trying to see inside your head. Tell me about yourself in reality. Pleasure. Friends share everything. What do you want to know? How many people I've killed? Which organ is the most delicious? I'll tell you everything. I don't know if I want to ask any of these questions. I mean, tell me about your childhood. Melly is the name of a flower. Yeah. Tell me about your connection to the spirits. I mean, she did. Your amulet is fascinating. Yeah. Tell me about the ritual killings. No. What happens if they tell you to murder me? Actually, a valid question. What do you think of the mythic powers? And positioning her. Yeah, what if they tell you to murder me? I wonder. She sizes you up pensively. Is there any one way to find out? Seeing the suspicion on your face, Camellia lets out a short laugh. I guessed, of course. I promise if something like that starts to happen, I'll tell you at once. I'm loyal to you. You can trust me, we're friends. Okay. I mentioned that I love our conversations. Yeah, are you the reason I've periodically just found severed heads in my bag? What could they to me? Camelia's voice is bored and indifferent. The moment life leaves the body, now that is exciting. In the moments that follow when the body is cooling down rapidly, losing the last of its warmth, I'm filled with sweet languor. No corpse that remains is just a corpse. It holds no interest for me. Are you still trying to learn something from all of this? Mireia, the spirit that's locked in my amulet, is only slowly awakening. I need to give her blood to lift the shroud of madness so I can talk to her. Melia's eyes grow cloudy. The chorus is in pain. I can feel it. As you commanded, I've not fed her spirit. That's why, alas, I haven't been able to lift Mireia's madness or heal the land's suffering. We'll circle back. Miss me again soon. You don't want me to stop missing you. Irabeth! This is how a new succubus happens. We have a balance. For Arushale to be coming up, somebody else needs to be going down. But also I am absolutely about to talk to the Terrorblades and be like, cool, mistakes have been made. And yeah, no, this is sounding less legit by the minute, and she's far too into it. And frankly, I don't believe she's going to stop murdering people. Oh hey, here's a different meeting. Rhea Neath. It's a bad time. An old half-elf woman bows to you. She's stately despite her years, with grey strands in her carefully combed hair and a graceful figure. Rhea Neath, representative of the Furidazzle & Co. trading house in Rosian, at your service. The woman hands you a business card printed on expensive paper with gold lettering. I have a formal offer for the merchants of Dresden regarding the procurement of construction materials, and a more personal matter which I'm afraid only you can help me with. What, are we talking about trading? Yes, for a while. I have product samples of what our trading house has to offer. If you need something, you will easily find me in the fortress. But to be honest, I can discuss supplies with your subordinates. Okay, then what's the personal matter? Rhea looks around. I would prefer not to talk about it here. Please find me in the fortress, then we'll talk. Okay, cool. I told you this was a bad time. Please leave. I'll talk to you later. Thank you. And here's Nevia. Nevia looks surprised. Commander, what's your succubus power done this time? What? You don't know either, huh? Weird. Who gave the order then? Ruchelet's locked up in Dresden's dungeon. I tried to find out who gave the order to jail her and who carried it out, but I came up empty-handed. What's the story there, then? If you ask me, it's one of two things. Either it was you who secretly ordered her arrest, or it was a Ruchelet herself and she just felt like locking herself up in a cell. Which one seems more likely to you? I mean, the second. Have you noticed anything odd about her recently? I suppose I have. She's been even more secretive than usual. Before, my people would spot her every now and then as she observed the ordinary folk going about their business. But lately, she's been spending most of her time holed up somewhere in the outskirts of the city, away from people. And one more thing. Believe it or not, but one of my spies swears he heard her crying out there on her own. I will talk to her. All we know is that we know nothing at all. Talking to her might be a good idea. I'm rooting for her redemption, just like you, but I can tell what's going on inside the head of a demon who's trying to turn good. Sure. More meetings. Oh my god. Captain Harmattan. Commander, permission to report. Captain Harmattan salutes you. We are short on soldiers. Any elation from taking Dresden is long gone. We now face the harsh reality of a drawn-out war. What was sufficient for an expeditionary force won't cut it for a proper army that needs to hold all the territories around Dresden and still advance forward. Now that we've dealt with the wary and replenished our officer corps, we need more troops. I suggest we write a letter to Mendev and ask Her Majesty for a new draft. It will take some time, a long time, to be perfectly honest. It's the most reliable option we have. Mendev is already giving everything it can spare to this war. I say we ask our priests to be more active with their preaching in other lands. Let them inspire more people to volunteer. A regular draft may not be enough. We have one permanently in effect as it is. You should suggest that the Crown recruit all who lost everything in the attack on Canabras and other cities. Instead of meager state-issued meals for these orphans and homeless refugees, they'll get army rations, a pair of boots, and a spear. Not the best solution for them, and they won't be the best soldiers for us. Still, we'll have plenty of material to sift through and forge into solid combatants. Yeah. You won't get far on sheer enthusiasm. Fortunately, we have good coin to dress it up. Everyone who's ready to fight for lofty ideals is already here. It's time to call on those who would fight for gold. What happened with the whole wary situation? Negative. Ever since you took those measures, we haven't heard a word from them. After your changes within the officers' ranks, command staff is showing nothing but loyalty. So, Preachers unlocks the Preacher's Decree. Increases recruitment growth for 3 weeks. Drafting the victims is gross and bad for morale. Just spending money. Increases available mercenary units by 1 for 2 weeks. Or doing the thing, royal conscription. Recruitment growth increases by 10 for 2 weeks. How is that different from the Preacher's thing? Yeah, sure, priests. I'm glad you understand. The Preachers will set off today. Thank you, Commander. I will report on the measures we implement and their results in due time. I'll call for the Council to be reconvened if we encounter any further difficulties. Okay, we done? Right. Erebeth. What? Oh, we can't tell Erebeth? We can't tell Annette. Okay. Actions have consequences. Okay, first of all, that was inaction having consequences. Second of all, I'm going to quickly pop a save and then see what happens if I tell Camellia her atrocities have gone far enough. Clyde, come with me just in case. I cannot tolerate your atrocities. Ah, excellent. Melia licks her parched lips. Would you reject my help with some prejudice? This is not how I imagined our friendship would end. Yeah, again... God, we do keep coming back to the concept of prison this episode. I'm not a fan of carceral justice. I'm less of a fan of summary execution, and even less of a fan of you being a weird murder king serial killer. This is me having enough personal principles to press the lawful button. This is weird. You should be going to jail. You want to take my freedom? Go ahead and try.
Save the last one for me.
Now everybody has to try and come in from all sides of town. Oh no, everybody has teleported to Clyde. Have a Scorching Ray. And roll a natural 1. Excellent. Clyde. Murder. What do you mean you don't have a charge path? She's standing right there. Oh, it's because there's an ambush around. Throw a fish. That seems like the thing to do in this situation. The fish worked. For once. Land. Time for the execution.
Every strike count.
83 damage. Why not?
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Still a mace. She's down as a level 1 shaman. Huh. Weird. Hello. I'm a horse. Oh wait, you've got magic nullification. Oh no, apparently doesn't matter. I suppose we weren't using a magical effect on her, we were using magic to throw a physical thing at her. Anyway, Clyde, end it. Wow. Credit to her, I suppose. Fine, have another fish.
This pain is excruciating.
Yeah, really. None of us should be surprised by this turn.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Yep. If somebody's like, well, I plan on continuing to be a serial killer and, you know, try and catch me, copper. There's only so much you can do. And I think chat will acknowledge that I did try every available option. Did she take her equipment with her when she died? Bitch. I could have sold that. Wow, I guess that's the end of that story. Darren's standing here. Do you have an opinion, Darren? No? Darren, do you want to go and have sex? Like, I realise this has just set an uncomfortable parallel, but also it's cheaper than a long rest. So that's... Sometimes you just can't save everyone. Yeah. You think? Alright. Okay, that didn't cure Darren being at death's door, but, you know, he performed remarkably well for it. Yeah. I hate just shutting off lines like that, but it is one of those cases where it feels like inaction is the greater evil. So I guess we're done for today. This has been very strange. At least I didn't try to argue that anyone's actually resting. Oh no. Yeah, this has been a weird one. Huh. Anyway, thanks for watching this weird one. Thanks you've stayed to the end through all of that. Genuinely means a lot. If you've been watching, you know where to find me, but just in case, this is twitch.tv/Saracent, that's SERASENT, the House of Hubris. Streaming here every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 PM British time. That's 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific. Other time zones are available, but you'll have to do the maths yourself, or else just throw us a follow and get notified whenever I'm around. If you do miss anything, VODs are on Twitch for 8 weeks after the fact. Everything else is on the YouTube. Link down there says VOD archive, or it is youtube.com/@House of Remember the @ where you can find everything going back to the very start of the channel. That's over 3 years of content, many games. There's some good stuff there, and hey, if there's stuff you'd like to see more of, let me know. While you're there, why not subscribe? Doesn't cost you anything. Gets hot, fresh VODs in your subscription feed every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Or at least it will when they're uploading again. I was adding a bit of a buffer, but then also we've run into then my brain happened. They will be going up soon, I promise. Nothing's getting lost. Apart from my brain. If you want to support me dispensing summary justice, I guess, financially, you can, of course, subscribe or cheer on Twitch, but you very much don't have to. Just turn up and hang out and be chill and be good to each other, and then everyone's having a good time. If you want to find me elsewhere, again, socials are all down there, or it's House of Hubris pretty much anywhere, at House of Hubris on Twitter, at House of Hubris at kind.social on Masto, at housefhubris.bsky.social on Blue Sky, where I do all the regular social media things and memes and stream notifications and yeah. You know, what one does with the socials feed. But and also talking about my other projects, such as In Between Season 5, happening at the minute. I'm in a lot of it. It's very good. Shaker Season 2 just happened. I'm in a lot of that. Also very good. I'm in quite a few good audio drama things. You should maybe check them out. But hey, apart from that, you should just come back on Thursday when we will continue this and probably run into some other huge revelation and hopefully not have to execute any of our party. Alright, this has been a thing. Bye everyone, take care of yourselves out there.